Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be going over the spoilers for the upcoming week of April 15th, 2024. So, that'll be upcoming events, new troops, new weapons, new pets, kingdom level and power for every single platform. We're all together now. Big group hug, hold hands. Nintendo Switch on board. They caught up. Put on those turbo boosters, and they caught up. We were the what is it? The Roadrunner and the anyway. They're the Wile E. Coyote or something. They caught up to us. All right, let me get stuff set up here, and I will make chapters so you can skip stuff. There it is. I don't have a thumbnail because my computer crapped the bed again, like every time. I was trying to get Elden Ring, that Fire Giant video done before we go to the next stream. I'm already a whole stream late on it. So I was doing that before this, which has nothing to do with the computer, but the computer decided to crap the bed too. The PlayStation was being slow, which it got done just in time to where I probably would have been on time. But then the computer decided to crap the bed too. Which is awesome. Alright, getting everything set up here. Yeah, I'll have to make a thumbnail after. Because spoilers deserves a thumbnail. You got new troops and everything. But I'll run auto battles while I talk about the spoilers. Alright, let's see. Still setting it up here. One sec. I haven't been doing reminders. I don't know if it's helping or not. I just feel like Gems of War is on a little bit of a valley at the moment. We'll have to check the Steam charts because I just feel it. I can feel it. Dun, dun, dun. Nope, why'd I do that? Stop hitting the wrong button. No, no, no. No, stop it. What are you doing? You suck. Why do I suck? I'm already late today. Now I'm hitting the wrong buttons too. Go here. Go there. Refresh. I see sauna. Party spreading it. Let's go. I'd really appreciate it. We need some help this month. Let's bring in the reinforcements. Anybody you can get. No. What the heck? Go away. I don't know what you are. Leave me alone. I don't know. Leave me alone. Why are you doing that? Get out of my way. Computer's saying stuff that I don't care about. Leave me alone. I don't care. Leave me alone. I don't care. Leave me alone. Alright, hit that like button, turn your ticket to the train. Let's go. Let's get it going. Alright, so I'm going to run auto battles while I go speed through the spoilers for you. I'm sure you've already heard them, but you never get to hear them. You know, you're hearing them from me. That's a little different. I have different stuff to say about different things. And I might go over things other people don't go over. You never know. Let's run this team in auto battle. What? I'm going to have to... I don't know what to do. It's like talking about extensions. You go away. You're going to block the chat. Go away. Go away. Yes, go away. Thank you. I got it out of here. Nice. Anita's here. Rant party time. I don't know if the rants help. I know some of y'all like them, but... I even put it in the title of that Thursday video. But Thursday is Thursday. It's never been great, but... I don't know. I'm not gonna... It is what it is. Nothing you can say can fix anything. It's more about what you do. If we gotta change gears, we gotta change gears. We got Sauna, we got Livewire, we got Anita. Surprise, surprise. Good to see y'all. Okay, let's run this, and I'll start on the spoilers. Weekly event spoilers, PC Mobile, Xbox, and PlayStation for the upcoming week of April 15th, 2024. Let's see what's going on next week. Hopefully the computer cooperates. It's already being a little slow. Come on. Come on now. And maybe I should have waited a couple more minutes here. I was like, I gotta get to streaming. But if the stupid spoilers don't work, I can't. Here we go. Alright, what's going on next week? We have a Tower of Doom. It's the Doom of Light. That is yellow, so we're going to get another loopy shovel-type weapon. Like, we got the Doomed Vulge, we got the Doomed Spade. We're now going to have another one. So that's cool. We'll have a yellow loopy weapon. That you have to use, remember, it's Tower of Doom. You have to use the weapon to get the extra points and everything. But they're actually good weapons, so it's not like before where we had a Doom Plunger or a Doom Silly String. This time it's actually good enough to use. It is a Dragon's Claw week. We will have a Dragon's Claw Underspire, a Dragon's Claw Epic Trial. Faction Assault Tuesday is Worm Run. Wednesday, Pet Rescue is Wormling from Dragon's Claw. Class Event Thursday is Dragon Guard. Friday, we have a Vault Event. Most important time to play in the entire game. If you had to skip an event, that would not be the one. If you had to take off work, you're able to take off work for one event, that would be the one. If you can't play all week just to play the Vault event, do that. Skip Dragon Guard, skip Wormling, skip Worm Run if you have to play the Vault event. But yeah, that's what's going on next week. We got Dragon's Claw, we got Tower of Doom, we got Worm Run, we got Wormling, we got Dragon Guard, and we got the Vault event. I think there's a weapon coming in for the Ruby Macaque. The Red Macaco, as I call it. So keep your eyes peeled for that in the Soul Forge if you're free to play and you don't have that weapon yet. It's the first one that they've put out. There's 3 of them, like the Dread Arquebus, yada yada, and it's one of those 3. So it's still going to be a while, but at least we have some progress towards that weapon finally. Okay, let's go over Dragon's Claw. Is there going to be any good troops in the event key drop table? Is there going to be any good weapons in the Soul Forge? I'll go over all the troops, and then I'll call out any that I think are important or good. We got Asha, Baby Dragon, Cobalt Drake, Quaidle, Diamantina, Divinia, Draconic Sentinel, Dragon Eggs, Dragon Spirit, Dragonette, Dragonian Monk, Dragonian Rogue, Dragonian Sage, Dragon Moth, Dragator, Drago, Egg Thief, Elamagrim, Essentia, Horde Mimic, Huntmaster Arboreus, Ishtara, Lady Garnetia, Lord Ember, Matron Dragatani, Periton, Red Arimon, Sabalis, Sophrostanath, Thamoris, the Dragon Soul, Tiamata, Veneratus, Visk, and Voltranax. So yeah, nothing really jumped out to me there. Even though it's Dragon's Claw, you would think there'd be a bunch of cool dragons, but there's really not. There's Essentia. Essentia is the 50% start for dragons. Kind of important for, you know, here and there. You want to have it. But not worth really throwing event keys for, unless that's the only thing you're going for, and you're going to throw a little bit just to try for Essentia, maybe. Used to be like Huntmaster Arboreus, but not as good anymore. Timestamp, yeah, dang it. No, that's not annoying. That's not annoying. Crap. Because the computer's acting up, so it's hard to do anything here. The timestamp's going to be a little bit off. I'll put it at, like, what, 7 minutes or something? I don't know. Dang it. I'll try to fix it later, but if I don't, it'll get you in the ballpark. It's probably a little bit before that, actually. But yeah, as far as the troops go for Dragon's Claw, it's nothing too special. Essentia, Ishtara, Egg Thief. Might be 1 or 2 others, but they're not good enough to waste event keys on. In my opinion. Alright, weapons! We got Diamond Ring of Fire and Ice, Doomed Focus, Doomed Spear, Dragon Fire, Dragon Tails, Dragon's Eye, Dragon's Talon. Dread Arquebus is the one you want to look for. I think that's the one for the Ruby Macaque. The Red Macaco, the Dread Arquebus, I think. Explosion! Imperial Jewel, Lance of Divinity, Mace of Claws, Mystery Egg, Prey Seeker, Scaled Blade, Torque of the Dragon, Volcanic Shield, Wings of Destruction. The Mace of Claws is okay, the Wings of Destruction is okay, but yeah, the Dread Arquebus, if you don't have that Ruby Macacal, be the one you're going to look at if you're free to play. Or you missed it somehow. Maybe you just started playing the game or something. So that might be the most important thing, the Dread Arquebus and Essentia. Alright, let's check out the new troops. If it'll move. It's frozen. Troop spoilers. PC, mobile, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. What do we got? Anything cool coming in for troops? Loading, loading, loading. Okay, Monday, April 15th, 2024, from Dragon's Claw, we have Venerablax. Back in my day, trolls lived under bridges and ate people. Arcane Blade, base rarity epic. Troop type dragon, troop roll generator. The spell is called Ancient Wisdom. Convert all brown gems to yellow dragon gems. Give 1 magic to all yellow allies. The shiny spell is convert all brown gems to yellow dragon gems. Give 2 magic to all yellow allies. So you gain an extra magic there. Mana color blue yellow, mana cost 15. Trait number 1 is Revered. Trait number 2 is Tough Scales, 30% skull reduction. And trait number 3 is Empowered. That turns it into a good troop right there. So we're converting all brown gems to yellow dragon gems at the start of battle with Empowered. So sounds good to me. That's a good one right there. You know, old Sinnycool doesn't call stuff good very often, but that one looks good. Any Empowered converter is a nice thing to have. We got brown to yellow. And that's it. That's all we're getting as far as new troops, but at least it's a good one. Might be worth shining. I don't know. I don't know. Give 2 magic to all yellow allies. It's not like you're going to cast it 50,000 times. You're going to cast it once, get something up, cast it, win. So that portion of the spell isn't the most important part. The most important part is it's an empowered converter. So, you know, getting it to shiny, not important at all, really, because it's empowered. So having 1 less mana cost, giving 1 extra magic, and then having another less mana cost, the shiny part is like the least important part. You want to have it fully traded, that's the most important part. The fact that it's empowered. So cool, we got a good new troop coming in. Weapon spoilers. On Monday, April 15th, from Dragon's Claw, we have Doomed Spear. Rarity Doomed, weapon type polearm, weapon roll striker. Mana color yellow, mana cost 18. Deal magic plus 5 damage to the first 2 enemies, plus 2 per tempering level. Create 2 yellow gems for each yellow ally and enemy. If the enemy has a doom, gain a random status effect. That is good. It's going to loop. It has gain 2 attack, eliminate 2 attack from the first enemy. Deal 5 damage to the second enemy. Silence the first enemy. And drain 2 mana from yellow enemies. So pretty cool. On top of it, probably looping decently with yellow. And using yellow. You're going to gain a random status effect if the enemy has a doom. It's got silence the first enemy. And it will drain 2 mana from yellow enemies. So when you're using it, most likely you're using it against a yellow team, with a yellow team. And then you'll be able to take advantage of that silence and all that. Pretty cool, be good in like PvP, be good in the Tower of Doom. But yeah, good weapon and a good troop for once. I'll click on class spoilers, but there are no future classes planned. I'll click on kingdom spoilers, but there's no kingdoms of note. Pet spoilers. Nothing. It looks like we're getting some sort of holiday event in 2 weeks. Alright, Max Kingdom Power is the last thing to go over for spoilers. Nothing. Wow, no Kingdom Power. That's crazy. That's like the second time I've ever seen that. I counted on one hand for sure. But I'm pretty sure that's the second or third time that's ever happened. No Kingdom Power. The next time we get a Kingdom Power is Nexus Kingdom Power goes to 19 on the 26th. So we're not even getting a Kingdom Power oh yeah, we are, but not on the Monday. That's crazy. Second time ever. Second or third. I can only think of one other time, but there might have been another time other than that, so. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the spoilers for everybody. A new good troop, Glory Shop troop, shiny troop, and powered converter. And then we have, it might go good with the doomed weapon too. Converting brown to yellow, right? And it's probably used in the event. So that's your half of your team right there. You got the doomed shovel or spade or whatever it was called, the yellow doomed weapon, and you got the new Glory Shop troop, the empowered converter. That's half of your team right there for the Tower of Doom. All right, let's see what the chat's saying before I... let's put it in live chat. Forgot to do that. All right, so Sana says party, spreading it. Woohoo rant, party time, says Anita. Livewire, happy Saturday. Tyrion's here. Time to helicopter out of bed. Let's go. Get out of bed, do some push-ups. Anita with the gifted. Went to Mark Paul. Never heard of that person, but hey, appreciate the gifted. You've been a member for 7 months. Wow. That's great. Appreciate that continued support, Anita. It's not annoying, Sana. Davenia is good. It's just like one of those older troops we don't use anymore. Like, if you get Davenia and you don't have other things, it's still really good. It used to be my favorite dragon. Then they added so many dragons. It's crazy now. Like, I have a video where I did, like, the top 5 dragons, like, 3 years ago. And now it would be totally different. But yeah, Davenia is good if you use it. It's kind of like using Gorgatha or something like that. Like an older troop that was still good. Yao Gui, Queen Titania, Gorgatha, Glaceon, Davenia. Those, they're still good. But there's usually something else you can use that's a little bit better if you have everything. Sana with the gifted. Went to that guy. Man, we're getting so many gifted, it's just going to random people now. Brian's here at the start. He's at the starting line. He's firing up his Supra. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so that's the spoilers. I guess we just play the game normally now. Why'd I click on that? I gotta leave this on the chat so I don't... Alright. Stay. What's going on here? Alright, we're going to play the game normally now, unless you guys want to see something in particular. I did all my stuff last night, so I'm good to go. I did everything I needed to do. So we just got to pick up where I left off. Got to start all over again. Grab our mail. Check our booster. Make sure there's not one that's ending in one day. It is, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I never do those on their own. I just start them up at the beginning. Then I check my XP booster. Complete a delve. It's something I wouldn't normally do, so let's go do it. I guess I can put a chapter in, but it's just going to be playing the game normally, kind of. 1830. Yeah, I want to look at the... Hold on, let's look at the Steam charts, too, before we... I'm very curious. Because I'll be looking at other people. I don't get mad, either. Because my feeling is, if your competition leaves, you should be getting more views, not less. And they're getting less. So it's not like they're taking over and going crazy now. Like, that just makes me feel like I did the right thing. Google. Well, this computer's being dumb, so maybe I shouldn't be doing this. I want to just check out the Steam charts, because stuff I've been seeing this week. Numbers, like, views are down. Not that my live streams get a bunch of views or anything, but they're down a little bit. And then other people's views are definitely down. And you would think they would be up, since they have no competition. Google. Here, I'll play while this is loading. I'm supposed to do a delve. I'm working on Hell's Gate. I'm on level 400. I'm using High King Iron Gut, CT. And I should have switched the class. Poop. That's when I was doing Necromancer. Now I'm doing Oracle. Steam charts. That's still being dumb. Let's do this. Let's get a Devour. Do this. Grab that. Do this again. Wand it. Do this, and then this. And they're gone. See ya. Wish I'd changed to Oracle. Dang it. We made a team for faction, Holy Saint Astra, Rowan, Angry Mob, and whatever weapon that can summon. Who's the human that you're 50% starting? Angry Mob? Normally you would just start your Rowan at 50%. Because you're kind of adding an extra step in there. It doesn't look bad, though. I do that sometimes, though. Usually it's with an empowered converter, though. Like, I'll use an empowered converter to get up a different mana generator to then cast that to get up the damage dealers. I'll do that sometimes. Unless you're just using her for the armor boost, maybe. Guess we'll do Wand. Completing a delve because it told me to. The XP booster did. It nudged me in that direction. Tyrion says, would you recommend 2 HP stats or 2 defense stats? Like 2 armor or 2 HP? Probably at your level, the armor, just to boost your Roans and guards, avatars, and Teslas and stuff. If in a vacuum, you know, HP's better, but if you take into consideration the things that get boosted by armor and like how many times is the enemy actually hitting you with true damage and all that. At a low level, I think HP's better. Well, I don't know, because you use Rowan quite a bit. That's always been the discussion. It's like offense is the best defense, so why would you not do armor if you're going to use Rowan and stuff all the time? Because originally it was like magic's the best, and then attack, and then HP, and then armor. But with how often you use Rowan at the beginning of the game, why would you not want armor? But magic is still king, because it affects way more troops than armor would. You might even do armor second, like at the beginning of the game, and at the end of the game. It's another one of those deals. Like throwing keys. You throw all your keys at the beginning of the game, you throw all your keys at the end of the game, but in the middle you kind of save them. Maybe you go armor at the beginning, armor at the end, but you do HP in the middle. I don't know. Alright, last fight for this. Looking up Gems of War on the Steam charts while I play this. I'll be surprised if it went up. I'll be super surprised. It almost makes me feel better that it's going down. You know, I don't want it to. Whoa, how'd I lose my... At least this is the last battle. We'll be okay. We still got an instant kill. Don't normally lose my High King Iron Gut. Oh my goodness! We gonna die here? Nope. That was close though. I might be more careful. Alright, so Gems of War, February 2024, minus 78 players. That's just on Steam. Just on Steam. So you could times that by like 5. Minus 78 players. That's 6%. Average players, 1,200. All-time peak was almost 3,000. Our average right now is 1,200. It's less right now. That was February. March, we lost another 34 players. 2%, almost 3% of the player base. Down to 1,172. I'm self-sabotaging right now because people love to follow the crowd. And there might be one person out there that quits just because of this. But we don't need those type of people around here anyway. They're the type that watch the goober. And then the last 30 days, minus 46 players. Almost 4%. 1,126 average players. That's crazy. When's the last time we had an average of 1,126 players? Let me go back in time. Let's find it. Where is it? How long ago would we have to go to find something less than that? I am back in 2017. Can't find it. Can't find it. Oh, there it is. September 2016 was the last time we had less average players. And that's when they, like, actually started developing the game and making it a game. Like, 2016-ish. That's when they started gaining all their player base. That was right before they started actually becoming a thing. Because at first it was like, you know, it took a while for them to take off. Like a year or two. So that's like right around when their boom happened. Like right after their boom. It's 2016-ish. But that's pretty crazy. 8 years. The lowest average players in the last 8 years. In the last 30 days. Down quite a bit. Peak players is 1,645. When's the last time that happened? That's the peak. That's the most. That's the most players playing at once. 1,645. We have to go back to August 2016 to find something lower. So even further back. It's been even longer since the peak players have been that low. I'm just saying I'm making myself feel better, you know? It's across the board. It's not just me. I'm gonna lock this in. Just for next time. And we completed this. You just gotta earn glory from any battle except training. Which there's more ways to do that now, so... Let's grab this real fast. And next thing I would do... is probably adventure board. Look at that. You got a legendary gem. It's 100 gems right there. Don't miss that. If you add the 20 up top, you got 120 gems just on the adventure board. I'm going to go ahead and just do them all. With Rowan. Oracle class, leveling it up. If we do anything in particular, I'll put a timestamp, like if we do Invasion or Deep Hive. I just don't think the path they're on at the moment is going to bring any players in. It's like their thing that they want to do. It's kind of like me playing Elden Ring. Me beating and playing Elden Ring is not helping the channel at all. Like, as soon as it's over with and I beat it, that's going to help the channel. But the process of me playing it and beating it is not helping the channel at all. It's the same with Gems of War, really. They're doing PvP right now. That's not bringing any players in. That's driving players away. But for some reason, they want to get that taken care of and done and fixed in the way they want it. Just like me with Elden Ring. I want to get that beat. I want it to be on the channel. I want it to be over with. And then we can do something that actually brings more viewers in. Because it's not bringing more viewers in. I feel that's the same with Gems of War. They're taking care of PvP. They're getting it done. It's not helping at all. They're actually driving players away with it. But it's their thing that they want to do, that they want to get done. I just hope they hurry up. They need to put some pep in their step, just like me. All this PvP stuff, they got to get it wrapped up and done, or abandon that ship. They're kind of in the middle of it now, so it's just like me. I'm not going to stop in the middle of Elden Ring when I'm almost done. They're probably not going to stop either, but they're really going to have to take one on the chin here. Somehow build themselves back up after the fact. Whatever they do next after PvP is going to have to be something crazy that would bring somebody back that hasn't played in a year. What could they even do, y'all? What would be the craziest thing that everybody wants that would bring back people that haven't played in like a year? Because that's what they're going to have to do once they're done with PvP, because it's going to take them a while. They've been working on it all year, and it's probably not even going to be done until 2025-ish. How low is that player base going to get by the time they're done? And then what can they do once it's done to bring everybody back? I don't even know. Chad's on the train, baby! We got Anita. We got Sana. We got Chad. What should we call it? We gotta call that train something with the Sana, Chad, and Anita in it. Anita, Sana, Chad. Anita, Sana, Chad train. Without you guys, man, this channel would disappear. I think. You know, not exactly, but the day-to-day, like... The day-to-day, like, foundation. Definitely other people come in here and there and help keep it going, but you guys are the day-to-day, making me want to get on here every day type of people. I think without you guys, it would be a downward spiral of me not wanting to stream, and then that would cause just, you know, vicious cycle type of thing. Keeping me going. Imagine if those three weren't here for a week straight or something. I'd be in the pits, probably not even wanting to stream. Which would cause a vicious cycle of the channel dying. Like, the worse the channel does, the less I want to do it. And the less I want to do it, the worse the channel does. And the worse the channel does, the less I want to do it. Like, that's the vicious cycle I'm talking about. What else are y'all saying? Brian's here on time. He said, I missed the spoilers. Guess I'll get it after the show. He says, 2 upcoming Yellow Max Kingdoms next month, says Tyrion. Sana says, made a team, right? Yeah, I think you're right about the 2 defensive stats, Tyrion. Especially for you. Sana says, after Magic, I choose Armor, like you said, for Rowan and Tesla, etc. Brian says, the guild I am in is 27 out of 30. That's not too bad these days. Because you only need 27 to... Like, they changed that rule for Guild Wars, like, a year ago, where you only need 27. Your top 27 scores are the only ones that count. So if a guild with 27 faces a guild with 30, it's not like the guild with 30 is going to have an advantage. 27 and up is kind of what you want. If you have less than 27, you start having 26, 25, that's a problem. But hey, the more people, the better. Like, you need those 3 people to help get events done and give to the guild tasks, and that's 3 more people that could do better in Guild Wars, or... Like, you definitely want a 30 out of 30 in your guild if possible, but 27 doesn't make me sweat. When it gets down to 25, 26 is when I start sweating. Sana says, that was the year I took a break. Recruiting is crazy right now. Brian says, where is training at? I don't think I've ever used training. Training? I don't know. That used to be a thing in PvP, didn't it? They changed PvP. I consider training like Arena and Quests. And like Luther. Like the tutorial. That's training to me. Alright, so... I did my XP booster, kind of. I need to do that little glory thing. But I did the adventure board. Tons of gems. Love it. Check out my gem stack. 10,000. where I want to be, but next week is the vault, so we're not going to do Underspire next week. We'll do it the week after, though. I've been promising Mark that I'll do the Underspire all the way to completion. I'm going to do that not next week, but the week after. Alright, next would be Dungeon. I've been picking this first one. It's been a trap every time the last, like, 3-4 days. I wonder if it's going to be a trap again. Jeez Louise, that's like 4 days in a row, 5 days in a row. Trap on that first one. That makes me almost want to switch out of it. But I gotta wait till I get a perfect to switch out of it, because you know as soon as I switch out of it, it's gonna be a perfect. Freaking trap. Remember to open all of them no matter what all the time. Unless you get a perfect, then you run the battle. Well, you know how it goes. Like, in the end, you should have all of them open. There's a way to do it. Like, right now, I would run this battle. If I was going to play it properly, I got a trap, I got a jinx trap, I revealed this battle, I would run this battle right now. That way, just in case I get another trap, you don't want to make it harder on yourself. So run this battle right now. But that's not me. So I got another fight, I would run this fight. And I got another trap. So now I got both traps. But you want to open all of them, even if you get a perfect. After you do the perfect and get the Dragonite. Because you might get stairs, you might get some free gems or something. You want to go down the stairs. If you're going for Stellaryx or Diamantina, if you have the gems, buy this offer. It will cost a lot. It's like 2,000 a week. But that's the way you get it faster. If you're not getting perfects, the vault event and buying this dungeon offer. Okay, campaign is done, right? Yep. And what's next? Probably make sure... Let's check on the invasion, because that's an older event. It's closer to being done, maybe. It's not a single player. I feel like these days there's a lot of selfish people playing this game. There's so many single-player things to do in this game now. The people aren't doing as much as they should for their guild. It's kind of a weird conundrum, right? They're adding all this single-player stuff, but they also added extra rewards to the guild events that make it harder, that make you need to do more for your guild. So you can really see who's a selfish person and who's not nowadays in Gems of War. Because you got to do a little bit more for your guild to get all rewards now. But there's so many single-player things to do. You got Underspire, Epic Trials, you know, you got PvP. They just keep adding single-player stuff. Like, before they even added that stuff, there was still a lot of single-player stuff. You could do Explore 12. You could do the Underworld. You could play Arena. You could play Treasure Hunt. There's lots of stuff to do. The Faction event is a single-player event. The Weekend event, single-player. What's happening is everybody's focusing on themselves and being, yeah, I'm doing PvP. I'm going for the leaderboard. I'm getting the Underspire all the way to 7th Dragon. You know? I'm working on these epic trials. I need these pets. I'm working on my Underworld. I want to get to 500. I'm looking for the Horde Mimic Mythic. I'm farming gold. I'm farming souls. Me, 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 me. We got to remember, the most important thing in the game is to be in a guild. You don't want to get kicked out of a guild. You want to do your share for the guild. You don't want to be super selfish. Like, at least do your share. Don't forget. I feel like we're in a very selfish time in this game. Lots of single-player stuff going on. Which will be good if the game continues to die, because at least you'll still be able to play. I just hope they do something. They got to do something crazy after the PvP. They need to hurry that PvP. They need to get it done. That's the first thing they could do. First thing they could do is get that done. Get that PvP stuff over with. Bring in the alliances. Get Guild Wars back in there. Get everything fixed up. Get the PvP freaking updates over with. The patches over with. Hurry up. Like, try to get it done by, like, August instead of 2025. And then after that, they gotta do something crazy that will bring everybody back that left. I don't know. Live PvP or treasure hunt rework. Something everybody's been asking for. They gotta do it. They've been putting it off for too long. They're doing what they wanted, just like me with Elden Ring. Like I said, that's the metaphor. That's the comparison. If you're going to do what you want to do, you better do exactly what... I got to do exactly what you guys want me to do after I get done with Elden Ring. I'm going to do a new account playthrough on Gems of War. I'm hoping that's what you want. You know, Puzzle Quest maybe. Games that are like Gems of War. If you ever stop playing Gems of War, let me know. Like, come back at least for one last chat. If you quit the game, come back at least one more time. And tell me what you're playing now. Like, help me out. I hope nobody here quits, but if someone lurker's listening right now, or somebody after the fact, and they quit a month from now, remember this right now. Remember this right now. Come back. Don't leave forever. First of all, I like to hang out and chat and stuff. We don't have to play the same game. You know, we can just be friends and chat and stuff on the live streams. You don't have to play Gems of War, first of all. I don't want you to leave forever just because you quit the game. I want you to enjoy the community. You're not going to abandon us, are you? But second of all, come back and tell me what you're playing now. Maybe everybody's going to the same game. You never know. And then maybe I can switch to that game. Help me out. You're jumping over the cliff and you're climbing the cliff face, and then you're putting your hand back down to help me up. Don't just climb the cliff face and then start running. Like, remember, I'm back here. I'm going to be climbing behind you, so put your hand back down and help me up. Don't just leave me in the dust now. Tell me what you're playing. You never know. It could be the same game everybody's moving to. And then we just play that. Oh, wow, I missed. They wanted to monetize PvP, and they can't figure out how to monetize Guild Wars. It is all pay to win. That's their downfall, I feel. And it's been a slow... Here, I'll put a chapter for Invasion. I'll just say 42. That was their slow downfall, the monetization. They went too hard at it. Now they won't ever release a patch without... They used to kind of do that. Nomapaloozas or pity keys. I don't feel like they were always trying to monetize everything, but now it's like they won't even put anything out unless they can monetize it, which can't blame them, but that's like if I got on here and all I talked about the entire time was hit a membership, hit a super chat, you know, like the whole time, like that, and I didn't talk about the game. I wasn't trying to help people. I wasn't making teams. I wasn't answering questions. Like, that's all I said the whole time. Now, of course, I make it a little bit like that, but I got to, or else we're not going to be able to do it anymore. But I'm trying to help you, too. I'm not just only doing, hey, give me money. I feel like that they won't even put anything out unless there's some sort of money option these days. They used to not do that. At least it felt like it. Or they would put out an update and there would be 10 things and like maybe one thing had a monetization. Now it's like the main goal is to monetize. No one way to pay to win PvP. PvP works on other games because it is an even fair playing field where it comes down to skill to beat your player opponents. CCPC's here. What up, Captain, Professor, Uncle, Stinko, Junior, Senior, MD, PhD, CPA? Dropping in for a couple of minutes. Busy day. Cheerio. Cheerio to you. Brian says right, but it says it doesn't give rewards in training, and that is what I was trying to figure out. Is it just a newbie thing? Where are we talking about training? I don't even think that's an option anymore, is it? Is this where you're talking about? Earn glory from any battle except training? Training used to be a thing in PvP until they changed it. Now it's no longer a thing, so they could probably remove that. It used to be you could go to PvP and just do a battle, like a training battle. Now there's no way to do that, I don't think, so they could just take that out. It's obsolete. I don't even think training is a thing anymore. Let's see where we're at here. Ooh, we're getting close. That's what you want. You want a guild completing all the events. More people don't do events, right, Sana? Captain says old-timer gyms player are switching to bingo. Shuffleboard and bingo, yeah. Brian says if I slow down, take a break, or quit, I am playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I also want to finish all the XCOM. XCOM's great, dude. I played one of them. I had so much fun. Why'd I do that? I forget which one I played. It was on... It was on, like, Xbox 360 or something. It was a while ago. It's like right before I started my YouTube channel, I played XCOM. I love that game, though. It's so fun. I like tactics games. Like, Final Fantasy Tactics, one of my, like, top 10 all-time favorites. So anything that's newer and similar, I probably would like it. And I played it on a super hard setting, too, so I had to, like every move you make is super serious. I don't think I played it on the hardest setting, but I did watch a YouTube video of a dude playing XCOM on the hardest setting. It was so interesting, I almost want to watch it again. Because you have to make, like, the perfect move or else you're dead. Gotta, like, flank them and use the right troops. There's, like, snipers. I think my strat was, like, the sniper strat, where I would... like, slowly move up my snipers and then try to set them up for the snipe on the harder setting. You have a bunch of snipers. Snipers on the roof! Sana says, can't leave gyms and play Puzzle Quest 3, but it is taking a lot of time too. Do we think people are leaving this game and going to Puzzle Quest, though? I feel like Puzzle Quest has less players. Brian says it is the investors' POV. They want microtransactions like all these garbage app games. Professor says, yeah, fighting a training against guildmate through the roster gives you... Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess in the... I forgot about that. That used to be the way to get unstuck. There used to be this glitch in Explorer where you would get stuck, and you could go to your guild roster and, like, choose an opponent and fight them, and it would get you unstuck. I made a video about that a long time ago. If you ever get stuck in this game, like your game freezes, try that. I don't know if it'll work, but it's the one thing that worked for me. Either nothing's gonna work and you have to restart your game, or try that. Try that first. Go to your guild and then, like, try to fight somebody. That might get you unstuck. So you're talking about, like, go here. Forget how you fight them. Can we even do that anymore? It's not view profile, right? Oh, yeah, it is. So you could fight. So this is a training battle only. You will not receive any rewards. So that's a way you could practice. Like, everybody's bitching about not being able to practice for Guild Wars, but you could. You would just have to get a buddy in your guild to set the right team. People love to bitch, though. Like, hey, hey, Mark. This is the Paragon is using this team. Can you please set your Central Spire team to this so I can practice against it for a minute? You can change it in 15 minutes. I just want to fight it a couple times. That should work, right? People are so... like, quitting the game over that and stuff. And we don't even have Guild Wars right now, so... like, is there a reason that wouldn't work? I guess it's because you used to be able to do it on your own without having to involve another person. Alright, Invasion. I used all my sigils. Now we will move on to the faction event. Still using Rowan, believe it or not, and it's starting to fall off a little bit, though, honestly. I do have to cast the Golden Cog. But that's what it's there for. And I'm leveling Oracle. Please do karate on that like button. That's one good thing. That's one thing you guys do very well, I feel. We hit that like button. It's very strange. Usually it's the other way around. Like, you'll see somebody with a bunch of views and, like, not very many likes. We're like the other way around. We'll have 50 likes and, like, 100-something views. Or 200 views, 300 views. I'm like, dang, that's the most people that watched. Got this tight-knit community of super supportive people, is why. Instead of just random people that don't really care. Talking about practice, man? What we talking about, man? Practice? What you talking about? Practice, man? You gonna get me on my practice rant? Livear says Puzzle Quest 3 is cross-platform play at least. That would be something they could do, if that would be possible. That's a big thing that could bring people back. We gotta think about this. I think this game is on the way to dying, and I shouldn't be saying that, but if they don't do something, like it's not dead yet. They still have a chance. They could still pull one out of their butt. They could still keep this going. But it has to be something that people actually want. It has to be something that you say, oh, wow, I gotta go play that game again. It can't just be PvP updates. They're killing their own game right now. It was already kind of on the downslide a little bit. And they would up, down, they would bring it back, go down, bring it back, go down, bring it back, go down, bring it back. It was like that for like a whole year. Now it's just down, down, down. There's no bringing back. It's all PvP updates. I knew that was going to happen too. When they first did it, it looked not so crazy. Like, oh, PvP update, everybody wants that, right? I'm like, I bet you no, I bet you they don't. You're going to have a little fake gain before you have a big downslide, and that's what's happening. Nobody actually likes PvP that much. Not the average casual player. There's some people out there that live and die by PvP, but it's a really low percentage. It's not the majority, it's the minority. So they're like catering to the minority right now. Alright, Chad, we'll see you, man. Thank you so much, bro, for being so consistent. That stuff adds up. Definitely realize how much it adds up, man. Appreciate it. Brian says, try Wasteland Remastered if you like XCOM. No, these days I play games mostly for YouTube, so if you guys would watch it, I would play it. Like, if I quit right now and never like, did YouTube again, I'd probably be playing Elden Ring. Just, like, every other day or something for, like, an hour. And that's probably all I would do. Maybe some EverQuest here and there. So if it's going to be, like, if I want to find a game that you guys will watch, basically. If I'm going to start up a new, different game. And that's the goal. Captain says YouTube has decided that I don't like anything, so they took away my like button. Very weird. Yeah, somebody had that problem the other day. And I think you have to restart, like reload it. I think it was Mark or somebody had that problem. Somebody told him how to fix it. I haven't seen that problem yet, but I believe it now because multiple people have said it. Oh wow, did I cast the Golden Cog? Maybe I forgot. We could probably just do this now. Restart the stream, Captain Professor, Uncle Stinker Jr. He said, it's not that, Sana. I've tried multiple laptops, and it happens every stream, including Tacits and 3 others. Something with my YouTube account, I think. Yeah, YouTube hates me. taking away people's like buttons, not suggesting me out. Pretty much shadow banning me or something, I don't know. They don't like that I'm only doing live streams. If YouTube could have their way, I would be super clickbaity, lying, and just tricking everybody into watching. That would be their favorite if I was doing that. Then they would suggest me out. I'd have to be a dirtbag. YouTube loves dirtbag liars and clickbaiters. Brian says, if you picked up YouTube games to stream, you have to hit games with large player base. There's a lot of people in that YouTube space like Diablo. It's something like that. It's somewhere in the middle, though, actually, Brian, because if you pick a game that's too big, there's going to be so many channels that are already established. Like, Gems of War was so perfect, because you need to find something with, like, a decently sized player base that's underserved with content. That's the real strat. If I played Diablo, there's 50 channels doing Diablo. If you pick like a super popular game, it's going to be tough. You're going to have really good editing, a really good personality. You're going to have to be really consistent. You're going to have to be really good at clickbaiting and like titles and stuff like that. If you're going to try a game that is super popular, even a brand new game, if you jump on it the first second it comes out, you're still going to have so much competition. You're going to have to be crazy good at YouTube. We've tried that a couple times. Or we would play a popular game right when it came out. And it helps, like, you can get one or two videos with a bunch of views, but it's going to fall off unless you're crazy good at YouTube. Making like 15-minute videos edited with explosions and fart noises and stuff. Professor says, I like that Elden Ring style. Good luck with finishing. Yeah, I got a video coming out probably later today where I cheesed the fire giant. I got him glitched out and I beat him. And it's probably going to help. I think it's going to get some views. But I never know. Like, whenever I think something's going to get some views, it doesn't. And then when I just poop something out, it gets 25,000 views. So it's one that I feel like should get some views, so it probably won't. It's going to have 45 views or something. Because it's a mandatory boss that's really hard that I found a way to cheese that anybody can do. So you would think you would get a lot of views if you do something like that. Because even just me explaining how to do it in the last live stream got the last live stream like twice as many views as usual, talking about the fire giant. I'm hoping that the standalone shorter video will get a decent amount. Because I've had that happen. You guys see, like, if you look at my channel, I put them up top, like my best videos ever, where there's like 25,000 views or something. And only like 2 of them are Gems of War. There's like Dark Souls and Battle Ages and something else. Like, you can randomly get a big video if you do it right. That's like my real, like in this game, my thing I point to is like my unowned, how I only have 2 or 3 or 4 unowned. Like, that's my thing. Like, I'm free to play and I have all the troops. My thing on YouTube is I don't only get views on Gems of War. That makes me feel better. Because if I was a certain person that's only getting views on Gems of War, and Gems of War is dying right now, and they have nothing else, what are they going to do? I would be panicking. They're trying to squeeze every little view. They're putting out 50,000 videos, clickbaiting the crap out of people, lying and stuff. They're trying to squeeze every little, because they know they're about to be dead. They're squeezing the crap out of that, trying to get the last dropout. When they should be trying to find something else, because this is not easy. Not easy to find something else. I gotta take a step backwards, take a step forward too sometimes. Yeah, we could try, yeah. That's a good idea, Brian. That's kind of what Sunday's gonna be after Elden Ring is beat. No, I have some ideas of what I'm going to do, and we're going to do those first. But eventually it might just be like, let's try this game on Sunday. Like, I've always wanted like a swing day where I can try different games. But I got it. That Elden Ring came out. That's my favorite series from Software. I had to play it. And then it was super long and super big and took forever. And then I didn't play it for months. Like my own fault. Right, we're doing the Clockwork Sphinx and the Cog now. Is this going to be enough? 560. Alright, it's enough for that battle. Yoke the Ham says I'm on level 240 of the Delve. My team is slowing way down. I'm using Wand, Apothecary, Zul'Goth, and TPK. I don't have CT, but any suggestions to make it quicker? High King Irongut would be great. The Zul'Goth is a good idea. People don't really... Like, Apothecary and TPK aren't the best options. Like, you could do... What's the color options again? Here, let's go. Let me try to help you out there, since you're here. I appreciate it. The Deep Hive. Alright, you got green and brown, right? So, if I was gonna, the deeper battle, you could do Guard's Avatar with Sir Quentin Hadley with the Shield of Erskaya or something and boost him up a couple times. You don't have CT, you said. High King Irongut is the king of the Delves. You're devouring. It doesn't matter how many stats they have. Do you have High King Irongut? Oh, you are? Okay, good. It's really hard to... I mean, High King Irongut, Wand, Zul'Goth, Leprechaun. Just get that Devour and then take some Skull. Like, the Zul'Goth will make Skulls for you, too. You got 2 instant kills, and then you put a bunch of Skulls on the board with a bunch of extra... Like, it should be fine. Like, watch. You don't even have to use the Wand if you don't want to. Like, it kinda... You're gonna have to cast it a couple times, but it does help cursing. Here, this is for Yoke. Can you use Zul'Goth? Oh, I guess you can't. So you meant High King Irongut instead of Zul'Goth, huh? Well, I would use CT, but you don't have CT, so... What would you use with High King Irongut, then? Got your hero, you got High King Irongut, you probably got Leprechaun, so let's throw that on there. You would just be like all in on the High King Irongut then, most likely, if you don't have CT. That'd be the start. Probably like Angry Mob just in case. Is he available? Probably Angry Mob just in case. Like to summon, to do a little bit of damage. That's what I'm thinking. Like early on you might do Marilith or something, but later on you might do Angry Mob for that summon. You're either with us or against us. Something like this? That's probably what I would do. And then class, we got brown, brown, brown. We got pretty much brown. Go do the banner first. Brown. Missing any colors? We got brown, yellow, blue, red, green, and purple. So probably purple. Brown, blue minus purple is okay. Brown, yellow, or brown, yellow if you have that. Brown, red minus purple might be good. Yeah, that's probably better. Bear banner. Class. Probably just do Titan or maybe like Elementalist or something. No, because then you're not gonna... If you do Elementalist, then you can't get any... Like, you'll tangle them up, and then you won't get the attack. I mean, it's probably the safest way to go, though, if you're having trouble. You're just saying it's slowing down, though. Not that you're losing. But let's see how long this takes for me. Takes a little longer. Yeah, you just gotta get those Devours and... Maybe, like, Plague Lord. Get some skulls. And just get that High King Iron Gut up. Take skulls. So you're going to hit them really hard. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too slow. That's probably faster than what I'm doing right now, and I'm on 500 here. So that's what I would recommend. High King Iron Gut, Angry Mob, Wand of Stars, Leprechaun, Titan class. Double brown, red, minus purple. Just keep getting High King Iron Gut up. Take skulls if you don't have him up, or after you cast him. Like, I might even switch to that now. That was pretty fast. Did you see the way I'm doing it? Like, it's taking a second. That seemed faster. It could be that make sure your horde level's up high, make sure you're using 3 seasons, make sure you're getting that Devour, that initial Devour. If you don't get the initial Devour, I could see it being slower. About to cast this too. I think I need both. Like, I'm using my beginner team here, because I didn't feel like switching. Stella is everything. Yeah, Livewire, my initial idea for the channel was to, like, for the PlayStation Store, they have a bunch of free games. And that's kind of how I started the channel anyway. Gems of War was a free game, Battle Ages was a free game, Neverwinter was a free game. I played a couple other free games. Like, I was going to just keep doing that. But Gems of War, like, took off. Now that it's, yeah, I might have to go back to the drawing board. Maybe I just go back to my roots and try to find another one. I got really lucky, though. It was one of the first ones I tried. The other ones were working, too, at first. Like, Battle Ages and Neverwinter were good, too. Like, it's just like Gems of War took over and was so good that and those two started falling off a little bit. I just quit playing them eventually. That may be, I need to get a PS5 and then maybe go back to that strat. Because people they get the system and then they play the free games. And then they find one they like, and now they might not only play that game, but you, like, buy a game here or there, but then you have this free game you could play every day. That's why Gems of War is good. It's probably not the only game people play, but it's a game you can play every day for free. If you bought a game, you beat the game, you don't have money to buy another game, you keep playing Gems of War. Until you have enough money to buy another game. You buy another game, you play it, but you also play Gems of War each day because you kind of need to keep it going. Then you beat that other game, you're still playing Gems of War. Like, I need another game like that where it's free, but it's like a daily, you got to play it every day type of thing. It's maybe not the only game you play, but you play it every day just to keep it going because it's free, and you play it in between. And alright, I'm doing both because I feel like I need it now. He says, that's what I'm saying. If you want YouTube gaming to be successful, you need to be in that space. If you want casual with a moderate underserved, you won't have that YouTube gaming space. I've tried it both ways. I'm not good enough at editing and stuff to compete with, like, tons of channels. Like, I'm having trouble just competing with 5 freaking Gems of War channels. They add a couple fart noises and a couple words on the screen, and I'm screwed. 'Cause I think that's corny. And I even tried it for a second. It didn't help, so I abandoned. I don't give stuff enough time, probably, though. I want it to immediately help. Play and review the newest free games out. Yeah, I think that's the way to go, man. Like, before I totally give up one day, I might try that again. Brian says, I would love Let's Try Blank with this community. Having a group to hang out with to play something would be fun. Professor says, is Stella yellow? If so, you'll be set for TOD. Yeah, Stella's every color, right? The only times you can't use Stella is when it's like a restriction, like a kingdom restriction or a typing restriction. I think that's part of the problem maybe with the game too these days. Like everything I said about the PvP updates and how long they're taking and how that's not what people really want. And then the fact that the people that are still playing, it's like brainless. If you get Stellarix and the wand, you can just do that everywhere. You get the red macaco even. That's your Stellar. If you don't have Stellarix and you have the ruby macaque, you can almost put that in. It's not as good, but it's something. And you could use a lot of the time for a lot of stuff. Iron Gut is the man for delves, for sure. One dragon short for each? Oh no, Professor. That's probably like the worst spot to be in, huh? I mean, I would want to. It's better than not having 5. But imagine you got 10 different dragons and you don't have Stellarix or Diamantina. That's pretty unlucky. Bang! Supernova! Does he fart in his sleep? No problem, Yoke. Everything on your team is just to get up that High King Iron Gut. And make sure all your medals are going to attack. And make sure your horde level's up to where you want that first High King Iron Gut to devour. Because if it doesn't, that's where you're slowing down for sure. I can definitely put a little extra time on the fight. If your percent chance is only like 50% and you miss half the time on that first cast. That's what your horde level's for. That's what your extra potions are for in the shop. That's what your medals of seasons are for. That's what elite golding High King Iron Gut is for. Like everything you can do to get his devour chance to be higher. Because even like later, when you're on 500 or 400, if you don't get that first devour very quickly, like you saw what happened to me, where I lost my High King Iron Gut. I forget what we were doing. It was like a delve. A 400 delve. We were doing a Hell Gate because the XP booster asked me to. And I lost my High King Iron Gut. You don't want that happening. You need to get him up and cast him and have that first cast be a devour. To make sure it's fast and you don't lose any troops. Wow. That thing survived. I did all my moves and he still survived. Must have some spill reduction. Now he's got the... Okay, good. Get out of here. Supernova for president. Yeah, probably rant in my sleep. We were on a crazy one on Thursday. I had nothing else to do, so I was ranting. You start talking about driving, you're going to set me off. Though I haven't had much happen recently. Alright, it's probably enough of that. You guys... I even showed you the deep team, if you're paying attention. And I've shown the pure faction team. I've shown so many teams for this. Anybody that's watched every minute the last couple days, you've had a fast high-level team, you've had a deep high-level team, you've had a mid-level team, a low-level team, you've had the level 500 Deathless team, you've had the pure faction team. I've showed you so many. You're gonna get it done. If you've been watching and paying attention and everything. Like, I have it done, so... Alright, so the faction, I'd probably keep going on that, but just to spice it up a little bit and do something different, let's go do Underspire. So only this week and next week are the last 2 weeks where I'm just doing the free torches. I'm going to be doing the complete Underspire going forward after next week. You have to make that choice for yourself. Everybody's in a different spot. I say it a lot, but my philosophy was to get Diamantina, get Stellarix out of the way, get the Epic Trials out of the way. I never have to do them again. Now I'm just going up, and then Underspire. Underspire will always be there. It loops back around to the selfish thing. People are out there doing the Underspire all week to the 7th boss. Now they have barely any gems. Now they can't invest in their next guild event. They're worried about themselves so much. And the smart thing to do is to get Stellarix out of the way. Now you never have to spend another gem on it. The Epic Trials out of the way. You never have to spend a gem on it. Again. Unless they do an update and add stuff, of course. Technically. But at the moment, I'm spending 0 gems on the dungeon. I'm spending 0 gems on the Epic Trials. And my gem stack is just going up now. Current day, right now. 2 months from now when they add more pets to the Epic Trials, or 3 months from now when they add another dragon, of course it won't be true anymore, and I'll have to do it again. But you can make it happen. You guys scare me with your gem stacks sometimes. Everybody right now put their gem stack in the chat. How many do you have? How many gems do you have right now? Let's go. How much you get paid? Let's compare paychecks. Anybody that wants to right now, put your gem stack amount in the chat. I just want to see. I'm hoping everybody has a bunch and you're following my advice. But if you don't, I want to see that too. Nice. 12K, Professor. Right there with me. Brian has 450 gems. Yoke has 903 gems. Show it. Showtime. Show and tell. Let's go. How many gems you got? Captain has 23,000 gems. 23,000. You got one coming, Brian. You'll be okay. I would just hold your butt cheeks tight and not spend any right now. If I had 450, I'd be not buying anything. I'll be hoping for that vault event. Dervicious has 4,700. That's not bad. Livewire, 55,000. Crazy. You spend about 4K a week. This is good for everybody. Somebody watching after the fact. Me right now, just to know how many people have. Even if you don't say how many you have, you can see how much other people have. And compare. Like, I have this many. That person has that many. Like, these people have this many. Sauna has 800 on main, 370 on alt. Sounds like a butt-clenching situation, but not horrible. I know you're a guild leader and everything. You probably have to do extra stuff. Both of those would make my butt clench, though. Just honestly. You guys know my philosophy. If I drop under 2K, I'm very stingy and don't spend on anything. I hate to see anything under 2K. 'Cause I feel like 2,000 is the amount that it takes to do... You could do almost anything in the game with 2,000 gems. You know, it might be 2,500 even. So that's my advice to people, is to try not to go under 2,500 gems, just in case. That way, if something pops up, you can do it. You can still do it. Like, think about a faction. Think about the Deep Hive. Think about going to 500 in the Deep Hive. How much does it cost? 2,000 something. Think about an Epic Trial. Costs like 1,000. Think about the Underspire. Costs like 1,000. So I'm taking the highest thing, a faction, going to 500. I'm saying that's the lowest amount I never want to go under that. That way, no matter what, I can always do everything I need to do. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you want to do something, but you don't have enough gems to do it, that means your gem stack is too low. You're either spending on stuff you shouldn't spend on, or you're not doing the vault event hard enough, or you're not taking your tribute hard enough, or you're doing just like way too much in your guild because nobody else is doing stuff. Like, I get it sometimes. Some people are in situations where they kind of have to do a little bit extra. But that means you got to play that extra 5 hours in the vault event then. It means you got to set that timer and take that tribute every hour. That's my recommendation for most people. If you're a beginner, you know, you're probably okay if you have 500 or something. As long as you don't go under like 500 as a beginner. You know, 500 is where you buy your armor. 500 is enough to do a guild event. But as a mid-game player, you take that up to like 1,000. And as an end-game player, you take it up to like 2,000, 2,500. You should never go under those amounts. Think about your last 2,000 gems as if you don't even have them. It's just like when you're going for Ironhawk and you set aside 2,000 diamonds or 4,000 diamonds. You set them aside and you act like you don't have them. And then anything above that you're allowed to use. I do that with gems too. Just in case. If I needed to do the Deep Hive, I could have done it. If a new Epic Trial pet pops up or something, I could do it right now. If I need 2,000 gems, I got them. Token of Arania. Still one of the things they need to... Like, this is another thing. There are things in the game that they just haven't fixed yet. Like, they're busy doing PvP that nobody cares about. We got an Arania medal that does nothing pretty much, and no reason for it. We got the weapon glitch with the lock thing that they could fix. They'd be better off just taking a patch, taking one to just fix everything. I think they would gain more players. They do a patch, right? And they put in alliances or something like that. Or they put Guild Wars back in the game or something like that. Or they take a patch and they just fix everything. And maybe nerf a couple things and buff a couple things. They just fix stuff. You know, sometimes a patch is just fixing things. Every time they do a patch or an update, they add something. Sometimes you gotta, like, rebuild the foundation and reinforce the cracks in the game and, like, nerf things and buff things and fix stuff. They never do that. They're always adding crap on top of crap on top of crap on top of crap. Unless it's sometimes they'll do, like, a very small patch that they don't even really announce or put patch notes out for. That's when they do that. But they need a big 7 point whatever it is now, where they just fix stuff. You're losing players anyway with your updates are only gaining 5 players and then losing 70 a month later. So what's the who cares? Just take one to fix everything. It's not going to hurt anything. It can only help. They're too scared to do that though. You would buy a PS5 to play with the Sinners? You could buy a PS4 and play with us right now. I don't know how long that's going to be, but... Neverwinter is a wallet trap, yeah. I better catch up in the chat here. I've been talking. Professor says I've never done it, but YouTube seems like a full-time job. Yeah, and you get paid minimum wage. If you're lucky. Like, I'm not getting, I'm not saying I get paid that much. I'm saying if you're lucky, you get paid minimum wage. I guarantee you, Tacit doesn't make minimum wage. I don't make minimum wage. I bet you even what's-his-face doesn't make minimum wage from doing YouTube. Sana says maybe make a poll in the community tab. Yeah, I don't like games that you can play brainless. Yoke says I must be in the minority because I really enjoy the new PvP system. I don't have time to make the top 100, but I like to do... Yeah, I don't hate it either. I just think that in general the community doesn't like it. Like there's definitely people that love it. There's always been that. There's always this crowd of people, this little minority of 15% of the player base or 25% of the player base that really love PvP and they like going for the leaderboard and that's their thing. But it's not the majority and it's not going to bring people back. It's not the thing. Neverwinter is a shell of a game. You have to buy the components in order to play it and it's reset after spending real money 3 minutes. Oh, man. Yeah, I quit that one. Brian says, I think Guild Wars would be better if it was more like Arena, no matter what level it is, even playing field. Maybe have restrictions in that type of play could make it more challenging. I agree. Neverwinter will make you feel a type of way. Yoke says, I think the problem is that I have my hero in first slot, but I will try. Yeah, because when he devours, he gains a bunch of attack, and HP, and armor. So he's really nice in first slot. You just got to get that devour off. He becomes more tanky than your hero, and then he has more... Like, the skulls actually hit super hard. You get 2 devours off, you can then one-shot with skulls. Like, that adds another way to kill. Sana says medals and timestamp. Oh, crap. I forgot. Underspire. Underspire. We'll just say 125, because I've been playing for a minute. Thank you, Sana. I'm behind in the chat, so... So Brian has 450, Professor has 12k, Yoke has 903, Captain has 23, almost 24,000, Dervicious has 47,000 gems, Livewire 55, almost 56,000, Sana 800. All about collecting those tributes. That is true. That's a consistency thing. That's a... Everybody can do it. You don't have to wait for a vault event to get extra gems. You could just take your tribute every hour, and it would help a lot. It's just like it's like a certain... You know, you get 25, 30, 20. It doesn't feel like a lot, but it would add up. If you do 10 extra tributes a day, and 250 extra gems a day, and then you times that by 7, that's more than some of y'all even have right now. I might need to switch teams here, but... This was for the early going. Brian says, yeah, it's been hard. It seems like the merchants and arena offers are better than you don't have the gems. That's another thing. Hey, if you don't have gems, you can't buy offers. Just don't do it. I know, even if it's something you need super bad. At a certain point, you can't buy them. You want those brand new shoes, but you don't have the money. You don't just go buy them anyway. You gotta wait till you actually have the money. Steak is yummy, but you don't eat steak every day because you don't have the money. Be irresponsible to eat, like, the most expensive steak every day and shrimp. Here we go! I'm going to do the lantern because I forgot to do it on the first one. That's the only reason I would do it here. Yoke says the problem is I keep buying up to the weapon and events and I bought Dragonite from the dungeon. Yeah, that can definitely add up. Because every day buying that dungeon offer, that's like 2,000 gems, right? A week or something? It's like 300 a day times 7. That's 2,100 gems a week. And then buying up to the... That's probably another 750. It's almost 3,000 gems a week. And that's not it. There's merchant offers. There's, you know, epic trials. There's Underspire. Like, what if you're doing everything? That's what whoever said they were spending 4,000, that makes sense. You're GM of 2 guilds now, Sana? Dang. Livewire says vault keys, gold keys, glory for gems doesn't hurt either. Yep. That's a big time in-game strat. Open up your glory keys and use your glory on glory chests and stuff like that. Especially if you have every troop in the game traded and there's no danger of you not being able to get the next glory shop troop and you just have tons, hundreds of thousands of glory, a million glory. Like if you need gems really bad, open some glory chests. That's what you do in a bind. Like the active, responsible ways to get gems are taking your tribute, going super hard in the vault. But if you're in a bind and you drop under your emergency amount, you might open some glory chests and gold keys and stuff to get some gems. I've done that before for sure. But then I also have an amount of glory I don't want to go under. Maybe it's 500,000 glory, maybe it's 250,000 glory, maybe it's 100,000 glory. Set a number for that too. Don't go under that either. And then if you use all your glory keys and all your glory, you might have trouble getting the next new mythic, so you got to think about that too. Gold keys are really like you could just open them all. Like whenever I get, what's a gold key? Like it's a little bit of gems, might as well just open them. Alright, so I got the second boss. That's my bare minimum. That's what I shoot for anyway. I'm going to do this fight, and then I'm probably going to dip out. And we can maybe open a couple vault keys for we end the stream, unless you guys want to see PvP or something. You let me know. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. You're here for me. But we're getting close to the end. The tracks only went so far today. The train only has so much gas. You know how it goes. That's our metaphor. I've thought about recently, what if we do a chatathon every month? That's one thing I might have to implement if stuff doesn't get a little bit better on the every other month. And I don't know if it's going to work. We might fail a chatathon in that case, and it might seem too greedy. Like this month we're going to have the channelversary, which I'm hoping will help. My 7-year channelversary is at the end of this month. I'm hoping that saves April. But you never know. The only thing I could do if we have a bad month this month is maybe do the chatathon every month or something. It's the only thing I could think of. Because it works. I don't know if I could do it physically, though. Because I'm barely making it through them these days. And I've always thought like I should not do it every month because it seems like too much on y'all. But it brings out other people, too. Like, it's not like only Sana and Anita and Livewire and Mark and Chad are going to be there. Like, it brings out other people that support the channel that don't come every day. Even though you don't have to come to a lot, there's super chat option you can do. You don't even have to be here. So it's just because you can't make it to a live stream doesn't mean anything, really. Oh, let's do vault keys till I feel like being done for the day. Or until we get something good, at least. I want to leave something good up on that screen. Let's do these 2 epics. Efley's here! Good to see ya. Supernova is a singular gem worth $10. No. Dragor's been a member for 7 months. I saw that pop up a while ago. I must be way behind. Thank you for the continued support. What's up? Livewire says, don't think so, Supernova. I don't buy gems with money either. Captain says, lost track of time. Gotta run. See you later. Later, CCPC. Supernova says, the minute you start your road rage channel, everyone will start driving perfectly. I know. Brian says, I do like new PvP more than old. That's kind of like Supernova. That's kind of like whenever I leave, everybody acts normal here. And then as soon as I get home, everybody's a clown outside doing cartwheels on fire. It's crazy. I'm like a annoying, I'm a magnet for annoying people, I guess. I don't know. Brian says, I do like new PvP more than old PvP. I agree. I'm just saying, I'm thinking like in the a casual Gems of War player that's deciding whether or not to keep playing the game, it's not going to keep them playing the game to keep updating PvP. The things they did, like medals and Nomapaloozas and like the whole underworld and stuff like that, is stuff that will bring players back and keep players playing. PvP I don't think is the answer unless they're going to do live PvP or cross-platform PvP or something crazy with it. They're just kind of... Professor says not really streamable and it's super old and kind of short, but I really got sucked into Monument Valley. I'll have to look that up. What kind of game is it? Drager's at his half-hour break at work. Use Glory for 3 Friday new mythics and your gems will spike. Brian says, what is the safest class for event, Underworld team, High King Irongut, CT Wand, to Leprechaun? Safest class is always Elementalist. But it's going to slow you down a little bit. It's going to make your High King Irongut not gain attack when it devours. So I say, you know, Titan. I would try Titan at first, and if you're still dying, then switch to Elementalist. Yeah, the After Dark is probably going to be the Channelversary. Like it's the After Dark / Channelversary. Professor says, is being at a live stream better than watching after, or both? They're about the same, I would say. You know, being here is better for you, but for me, it's pretty much the same, probably. Of course, I'd rather have more people here live. So, I don't know. I like when people are here live, I guess, but in the grand scheme of things, as far as YouTube's concerned, I don't think it matters. I think when people are here live, they watch longer, too. Because you can interact with me, you can ask questions, you're like waiting to see what people are saying in the chat, you're waiting to see what I will say, you don't know what I'm going to do. Like, if you're watching after the fact, you can skip through the video, you can't ask a question, like, you're less likely to watch as much. So I think the answer is being here live is better. All the way around. Look at that, 240. Pretty good. It's not good for me, but I wish I could give it to y'all. That was an epic vault key, though. I forgot. It's still pretty good. That's like 5% of a mythic or something. Is my math okay today? I don't know. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. I don't have Nishas on. What do we get from our last? 2 major orbs. If this is 2 big white knockers or 2 big gold knockers, that'd be great. We've had that happen before. It's not impossible. We got 2 major orbs of glory. That was crazy. Ah, we got poop. Alright, back at it. Let's end this stream on something semi-good at least. Or 50. Whatever comes first. Yeah, Brian, I think that's like the strat in most events. You start with a fast team and then you move to a scalable, higher level, instant kill type of team, usually. I feel like a lot of people just want to be told what one team to use the entire time. But the fastest team isn't always the fastest the whole time. You got to use one team for half and one team for the other half if you want to do it the fastest. Like, the fastest way to get an event done is usually with two different teams, not just one super fast team. Because eventually that super fast team's going to stop one-shotting. And then something else might be faster that can instant kill. Especially if you're starting to, like, 3-shot. Then it's time to maybe use an instant kill, because if you have to cast 3 times, what's the difference in instant killing, like, 4 times almost? Especially if you're getting some good skull hit kills in there, too, like High King Irongut. The High King Irongut Zul'Goth team is, like, one of the best for the factions in the underworld and stuff. Like, Stellarix completely made Diamantina... like, you don't even need it. obsolete, but it did not make High King Irongut obsolete. That's how good High King Irongut is. Even though Stellarex is so OP, there's still a place and a time for High King Irongut. You might say that High King Irongut is better than Diamantina. Supernova says, I treat the new PvP like the old PvP. Instead of going to tier 1, it's level 20. Exactly, me too. I do the bare minimum on PvP. Maybe one day I'll go for a leaderboard here and there, but I kind of treat it like an event, like a class event, or a faction event, or a guild event. Like, one of these days I'm going to try for first place, but I'm not doing it every single week. That's what they want you to do. But yeah, watch out for that Elden Ring video later today or tomorrow morning or something if you want to support the channel, and because it might be a good one, like to get out there in the actual YouTube universe and get some views. If you guys can give it that little push start. That's how you guys can help with games that aren't Gems of War. You give it the push start. You're helping get it out there. Even if you don't like Elden Ring, or you don't like EverQuest, or you don't like other games that I play, if you want to help the channel, you guys are like the push, the underdoggy for the video. If we can get that underdoggy, it might get out there in the actual algorithm. Because I could have like something amazing that the algorithm would love, but if it doesn't get that push start, if it doesn't get that underdoggy, it might never make it out there. And unfortunately, the best way to help is to actually like watch the entire video. I know that sucks, but you don't have to, like, your eyeballs don't have to be looking at it, your ears don't have to be listening to it. It doesn't have to be on your main device. Like, back in the day, you're like, oh, just subscribe, or oh, just hit a like, or oh, just leave a comment. Stuff that just is easy to do real quick. And people, it's hard to get people just to even do those things. Nowadays, the strat is like watch time, and sucks. It was like pulling teeth before, now it's like a root canal. Alright, give me something good! It's the freaking weekend, my favorite. You guys know that. I made it through Hell Week, but, summer is coming fast, and I have no irons in the fire. I thought I had one, and then they changed... These houses, dude. They suck. They like, changed... It's so annoying. I almost need just something to fall into my lap at this point, like some relative's friend or something like that, because these websites suck. You'll find a house you like for an okay price, and then they'll change it. 2 days later, they raise the price, or they change one of the rules, or now it's like not even one that I can't even try. We were looking at this one, and there's a pool. And it was nice, and like it was really big. Like the house was big. They had a pool, and the price was okay. It was like just a little bit high, like maybe doable. And then like they changed the description to say, you're responsible for the pool and the pool maintenance, so it's going to cost actually this much per month, because we need to hire a pool guy and yada yada, and they raised the price to like $300 more a month or something just because of the stupid pool. They put the price for the off season as when you search, they put the lowest price. Like, hey, on the off season you only have to pay this much, but when the pool's open, you got to pay way more. So if you want to like just average it out, you could pay this much a month over all 12 months, but it's way higher. It's like $300 to $500 more a month. What the heck? Let's just put a bunch of... Let's get rid of the pool then. I don't want the pool. It's like they want to hire a pool boy to rent the house. Some people want to hire like a landscaper to rent their house. Like some people want a landscaper to rent their house. Some people want a pool boy to rent their house. Like they're very specific on who they want to. Some people want like Old MacDonald to rent their house. Some people want Cruella de Vil to rent their house. They're so specific on who they want to rent. We got a pool, so we need a pool boy to rent our house. We have a big yard, we need a landscaper to rent our house. We hate dogs and we hate cats, so we want Cruella de Vil to rent our house. It's a farm, so we want a Old MacDonald to rent our house. That way we can come look at the horses and the pigs. But you're not allowed to have a dog. You cannot, no way. We don't mind big giant horse turds and cows turds and chickens flying all over the place. Pigs rolling around in pig shit. We don't mind that. Just, you better not have a small dog now. Freaking weirdos. And then would you even want to rent from that person anyway if they're that weird? Like, you're going to end up having to deal with a weirdo as your landlord. What? You don't have 50 horses for me to ride? I thought I was renting to Old MacDonald. What? You're not going to put the right chemicals in the pool so I can come take a dip? Hey, I'm going to rent this house and then you stay the fuck away from me. Like, this is not... You're not coming over to use the pool and to ride my horses and stuff like that. Like, that's not the deal. I'm trying to get away from people. Not have a new friend. Jeez Louise, they're always doing something. Freaking weirdos. Let's see. I always get the elemental star things. Whatever they're called. We need a good... Oh, 18 event keys pretty good. Almost 50,000 gold. That's pretty good. We'll do 9 more. But that was a pretty good one for me. House seeking rant. Oh, there we go. 120 gems. I'm going to keep going, though. We only got 8 more till we're at 50. So any questions? Now's the time. You got about 5 minutes. Let's get this first. Ooh, I got it back to back. 120 gems back to back. That's the bread and butter of your vault keys. If you get enough of them, it'll happen. We can't be getting 50 vault keys and then expecting to get a bunch of gems. 6,000 gold, a couple gems. You're only getting 6 or 24. It's really that Cedric. You got to get him off of Cedric to get the good one. He's probably giving you a bunch of dirty pictures. Like, once you get Cedric fully ascended, you never want another picture of Cedric. 5 more. 4 times Takshaka, yeah. Most people will do like the wand with 3 Takshakas or something. Yeah, Takshaka's crazy. It's like I knew he was good, but I didn't say the right reason at first. It's kind of like other people with Ironhawk back in the day. Dang, I got it 3 times in like 5 keys. We're on a streak. That's a good 500 gems right there. 6,000 gold. 3 more to go. Cedric Grant, yeah. Pretty much anything. I don't want anything. Like, whenever I get one of them, I'm good. Like a fully ascended vault troop, what's that gonna do for you? It's not even from a kingdom. Hey, an epic vault key, nice. Ooh, and a lesser orb of glory. Man, I should probably keep going, jeez. We're getting lucky right now. We'll go open that epic. That'll be the finale. Okay, take our tribute. Almost at 11,000 gems. Alright, we got 50 of those. Let's do the epic. Let's do the epic. Come on, baby, we want the 900 gem drop right here. Yeah, no kingdom. Apocalypse troops, another one. Oh! I called it. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I got like 3 120s and then a 900. Jeez. That's why you get them though, y'all. You gotta keep going. If you're trying for that Horror Mimic Mythic, the only thing you can do is open more boss chests. If you're trying for the Sentinels, the only thing you can do is do more Underspire. If you need gems, the only thing you can do is open more vault keys. RNG is a you know, a real bitch. But the only way to overcome RNG is just to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep doing the thing. Keep rolling those dice. That was super lucky off of one epic vault key, but, you know, I had a certain amount before that. Yeah, that's freaking awesome. 900, baby! And I got 11,710. I almost have 12k gems. I think the most I've ever had is like 12k. We're probably gonna get more. We're probably gonna have the most gems I've ever had before we, you know, after the vault event, open some vault keys. That's sick. Let's end it here on the other thing. Woo! Man, I'm having such good luck. Maybe I should open some chests. Try for King Stormguard. $23 gems. $23 gems again. 23 again. What the heck's going on? 3 there. I'm gonna try a couple here. Just I'm having such good luck. Being streaky. Pharaoh Nefertani. Game is streaky when you're having good luck. Keep going. If you're having bad luck, turn the game off. I just feel like my luck is good right now, so I'm trying for King Stormguard real quick. This is something that'll keep me playing. Get 900 gems. Jeez. Horde Mimic. T and E. 2 mythics so far. Dow and Fallen Valdies. 2 crappy ones though. I'm wasting so many keys on this stupid King Stormguard. Probably shouldn't be doing that. Elma Grimm. Alright, how many we got? Let's do 2 more of these. I don't want to go too low. Takshaka! Nice. Alright, we'll do... I don't know, like 10 of these. Just capitalizing on this good luck, hoping. Midnight King again. He seems to be popping up a decent amount. If you need him. Sometimes I think there's secret RNG in the game, like Stellarix and how it's easier to get than Diamantina, but it's not supposed to be. Like the Midnight King popping up a decent amount, and keys. Like it's weighted a little bit, even though it's not supposed to be. Sagittarian. The Horde Mimic, I know, I gotta get that thing. Maybe we'll try for it on the Channelversary or something. As everything is kind of coming to a head. I don't want it to. But I was thinking about that earlier. Like, we're about to have everything in the game. Like, I'm getting really close to being a lot of stuff done in this game. We're almost done with Elden Ring. Like, everything is coming... Like, I don't want the channel to end, but... If we were ever going to... You know, you tried for 7 years. It's your 7-year anniversary. You have everything in the game, pretty much. There's not much left to do in this game for me. Unless you're the technically guy, and... Like, I would never say I beat it or I got everything, or... Because there's way too much to do, and... Kingdom level and power will always be there or something. But imagine I got all classes to 100, I had all the delves at 500, I had all the troops in the game. I was sitting there with like 10,000 gems, and... Alright, I better stop. We're getting low. Let's do 7 more. I got purple orbs, so... 7 more. 1... 2... 3... 4... 5... Well, you know, I'll go down to 40k. Because I got purple orbs that'll probably get me right back to where I was if I need it. Anyway, I'm not willing to go any further on that. These will give you gems, though, like these these gold keys. If you're really low on gems. Like, I'm sure you probably have 0. Like, if you have no gems, you probably have no gold keys either. But if you're, for some reason, saving up a bunch of gold keys and you have no gems, you could do this and get a little bit. Like, it's not as much as a glory chest where you'll get, like, 20 or 30. But it gives you a little bit. Getting 5 here and 10 there. Like, the gems is like the best part of the gold keys, really, these days. But yeah, that's about it for me today. Let me make sure nobody said anything in the chat. Professor says they should let us use the extra Cedrics to craft King Cedric. The Horde Mimic. And that's the other thing. If I can get the Horde, that's what I mean, like if I get all the troops. Imagine I have all the troops, I have all the delves at a 500, I have all the classes at 100, like I have another kingdom at 20 or 2 more kingdoms at 20. Like if anybody was going to ever say they beat the game free to play, like I'm very close. They're going to just keep adding things, though. You can never beat this game. But you could say, like, I got close. I'm about as close as you can get. But yeah. Supernova has most of the mythics that matter. Yeah, that's all that really matters, too. Like, do I care? Like, King Stormguard's not going to change anything for me. It's just, like, collection purposes. If you don't have Amnesia and Doomclaw and... Dow or something, like, it doesn't matter that much. It's just to show that I know what I'm doing, and even free to play, you can get everything in the game type thing, is what I'm trying to convey. Like, give you another reason to keep watching type of thing. Like, free to play, I have almost 12k gems. I have every troop in the game, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Get about the channel comment below. And I'll see y'all next time. Best thing you can do is get this out to some other people. Or, you know, when I put out that Elden Ring, like, watch that bad boy. Let it run. I don't care if you sit there and listen to it or watch it, actually. Just let it go. Hit that like. Leave a comment. Let it run. Help me out. Let's get it out into the wider YouTube audience, the algorithm. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for Elden Ring. We're in that very last area, that like floaty, dragon, tornado, crazy area that's right before the tree is like burning down. We just gotta like burn it all the way down or something. We're so close. I think we have a couple bosses left, but... And if we get stuck on... Like, we might get stuck on one of them, and it might still take a while, but... In the grand scheme of things, we're really close to the end of the game in Elden Ring, and it could happen any stream now, I would say. Like, I'm guessing we probably still have another solid month of Elden Ring, unfortunately, but it could happen any stream now, I would say. Especially if we do, like, 2-hour streams and I play in between and stuff. So, Elden Ring tomorrow at 10 a.m., maybe even earlier. And then Monday we're back with Tower of Doom and the weekly preview at 10 a.m. at the latest. Like, I need to get on here as soon as possible these days. So, sorry about that, but, you know, you got chapters. You can watch after the fact. And, you know, there's always the super thanks if you want to contribute and help and stuff. You don't have to be here live, even though I appreciate the people that are here live. I think it helps. But, thanks for joining me today. Sauna, Supernova, Livewire, The Professor... We got Livewire, we got Dragor, we got The Professor, we got Yoke the Ham, Brian Walker. We got Dragor, Professor, Livewire, Captain, Professor, Uncle, Stinker, Junior, Senior, MD, PhD, CPA, CCPC. Efley was here. Dervicious. We got CCPC, we got Supernova, we got Brian Walker, The Professor, Sauna, Lady Alfred. You want me to tell Tacit how to say your name correctly, Sana? Because I will. Unless I'm still saying it wrong. I think I asked you one time, because I was calling you Sani as well. But, I'll tell him. I'll say, hey, you say it like this. Livewire, Chad! Clip Bomb. We got Brian. We got Sana. We got Chad. We got Tyrion Shark. Tyrion Shark's gonna work on himself. He's gonna be like a giant bodybuilder with all the chicks, with all the money. Anita was here. Alright, so it looks like Sauna, Anita, then Livewire. Surprise, surprise. Special shout out to Anita, Sauna, and Chad for the support. Keeping the channel going. Making me stream every day. Giving me a reason to come back. Keeping me out of the dumps. I get depressed sometimes about this channel. And they're helping, like, keep... You're like my little pill I take every day to make sure I'm not super depressed. So thank you, Anita, Sana, and Chad for that. Anything else? You're just lacking one mythic for Galvania, Sana? Nice. Almost everybody's stumbling over your name. It is Sauna, right? Like you go in the sauna? You get sweaty in the sauna? I'll go tell him. I'll say, boy, you better say it right. Sometimes he'll forget my name. I bet he's known me for 7 years. I know his real name and everything. I know things about him that no other people know about him. I've known this man for 7 years, and he'll totally forget my name sometimes, so don't feel bad. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Have a great day. You're the best. Elden Ring later today, and then Elden Ring stream tomorrow, and then back hot and heavy with Gems of War on Monday morning. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys soon. You're the best. Thanks so much. Peace out. Good luck with that get that faction done. You better go get that faction done. Better get it done. Invasion. Better do your invasion. Better help. Help your guild. Don't